Hello everyone, welcome to You Like That Extra, a midweek review show where we talk about movies that I want to talk about, basically.
Basically, yeah.
This week, my name is Jack. As it is every week, my name is Jack. I am one half of You Like That Extra.
And my name is Adam. I'm the other half of You Like That Extra.
How'd you know I wasn't just changing it up?
I know you. After this many episodes, I know when you're forgetting to do the intro.
1 week it'll be smooth and flawless.
1 week.
This week is not that week.
Hopefully.
This week the theme was 1991. Movies that I haven't seen before. There were 2 other movies on it that I don't remember. The one that won was Misery.
I don't remember what the other 2 were. I looked at this list and I've just gone, fucking hey.
I think Total Recall was on it. Like
Total Recall
one.
was on there. Yeah.
And something else. Who knows or cares?
Yeah.
The movie that won was Misery. It's based on a Stephen King novel, as most movies are.
Yep.
That cunt pumps them out, hey? Like, far out, he writes a book or 2.
Oh, just a couple.
This was directed by Rob Reiner in 1991. He's most famous for Stand By Me and The Princess Bride. Princess Bride. I've seen Stand By Me. I think we watched The Princess Bride at school. But they're 2 very extremely acclaimed movies, so I thought it might be pertinent to write it down.
Know the names? Never seen them.
Had a budget of $20 million, got a box office $61.3 million.
91.
Yep. 90% on the critics, 89% on the audience.
Fuck.
Pretty good. People like this movie.
Pretty good.
Kathy Bates, starring Kathy Bates, who won Best Actress for this movie at the Oscars, which is crazy for a quote-unquote horror movie.
Yeah.
That's like Toni Collette not winning it for Hereditary.
Yeah.
James Caan and Richard Farnsworth are also in this movie. It's a very small cast. There's only like 2 sets.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of Misery, Adam?
So literally just finished watching it, not 20 minutes ago. Not a bad movie.
Yeah. It's all right.
It's okay. I got to go back and just look at it being, this is the early 90s. It's an older movie again. I got to think about it.
It also has Stephen King. He has flaws as a writer.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely better than a lot of Stephen King adaptations in recent times.
Yep.
Looking at You, Pet Sematary.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. But no, it's it's a good story. It's a very believable scenario type film.
Yeah.
It's not like it's completely out left field and out the box. It's no, this happens. This can definitely happen in the real world.
Yep.
It is very, very quaint. It's very
small scale.
Small scale. Not a lot of there's not a lot happening, but there sort of is a lot happening. But there's just it just prods itself along and it just goes as it is, and you just get the slowly stepping points to getting to the finale, and you sort of know where this movie's going to go. It's not a very
it's just a showcase. Yeah, it's just a showcase for a character, really.
Yeah.
In Annie Wilkes,
pretty much.
This movie is just all about her and her past and her evolution, and finally getting what she wants and what she does with that.
Yeah, and it was really cool seeing like her. Well, let's say the twist of her character, I guess, and seeing who she was. Yeah. Previously, and understanding who she is as this character and why she is like this.
You get it drip fed through you, like. Okay, she's a little off when she's explaining she's his biggest fan, but you're just like, she's a big fan, she's nervous, whatever.
Yeah.
And then he catches her in a lie, and then her lie to cover up that lie is really shit, and she's not confident in delivering it, and it's really obvious. And then she just kind of goes for broke, and she's like, well, he knows I'm a psycho, I'll just be a psycho.
Pretty much goes for broke there on the psychoness, and she's definitely crazy in this.
Yep. Alright, so the plot is a writer crashes his car and his number 1 fan of all time saves him. And, he's got 2 broken legs, whatever. He can't move.
Yep.
So she keeps him in his house under the guise of helping him recover and look after him and stuff. But really, she has an ulterior motive. Just to keep him just to have him as a pet, I guess.
Yeah. Just as one day you'll learn to love me.
To replace her sweet pet pig.
Yep. Because fucking who doesn't want a pet pig, huh?
Me.
But it's the movie does some cool things here and there. It's got some cool effects by the end of it.
Yeah,
practical type effects, but
I don't know if it's just who I am as a person now, but I didn't this wasn't that tense for me, and I think it's because like Family Guy did it, and I just know it from Family Guy. Like I know all the beats.
Brooke told me about the Family Guy parodying it. I'm like, I don't remember this.
Yeah, it was in one of the later bad seasons. But
okay, that's probably why.
But yeah, I don't know. I wasn't as like I was watching it. And I was like, wow, Kathy Bates is great, and she's really good. James Caan isn't doing much, but I guess
just
that's his
a lot of lying around.
Yeah, it's his character. I guess he can't do much. That's the point. And I was like, when the cop just clicks that it's Annie for no reason. Like she has a road rage incident, and he's like, "Oh, well, she's definitely keeping him as a hostage."
Yeah, she seems really weird.
Like, yeah, and he's read all the books. He read all the books to study Paul Sheldon, and like try and figure out where he is or where he would go if he crashed a car in the snow, for some reason. Like,
I tell you what, these people
why
can
would he
read a
drip
book
feed
in
that
no
in his
time.
books? And then he just sees Annie like yell at someone, and it just clicks. And it makes no sense at all. And I think that's Stephen King being bad at writing
It's
books.
that, or it's just like he's got that remembrance of those previous events.
Yeah, she burned down
hospital.
a child's hospital or something.
She killed a lot of
Jesus
infant
Christ.
babies.
It's a real leap.
Yeah, it's a real she literally killed infant
yeah,
babies.
because you're just like, she probably murdered her husband or just drove him away or whatever. But
no.
Yeah, and then it's just like there's this newspaper article. It's just like, she burnt down a child's hospital, and you're like, okay, why is she out of prison for that?
Yeah, this doesn't seem okay. That seems
And
like
she
a
keeps,
long lifetime
she
sentence.
keeps like a nice scrapbook and mementos of her burning down.
Yeah,
It's like, all
the articles, and you're like, up yourself much? Come on.
So Paul is gradually escaping, and he's lying about his injuries and stuff. Like he's like, nah, I've still got a dislocated shoulder, but he's like, I could fucking left sock you if I had to.
Yeah.
And so he gets out when she's out in town. He gets out and covers his tracks and stuff, except for a ceramic penguin facing the wrong way, and that like gives you more about her character, how
which you knew straight
how
away
intense
as well.
she is, And he plans, he doesn't really have a plan until he does, which he gets out and he sees some drugs, and he's like, I'm just going to drug her and get out.
Yep.
And then that doesn't work because she knocks over the wine. He spikes the wine.
Yeah, but she's a bumbling idiot and can't do a toast without knocking over a fucking candle.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to not do that.
Very easy. You've just brought it in there. You've set it down in front of you, and it's this fucking long. Very easy.
But that's the turning point for the last 20 minutes of this movie. He's like, fuck it, I'll just be desperate now.
Yeah.
And then she drugs him. She has another stronger drug.
Yeah, she's just got like M99 animal tranquilizer, and
just because
she just comes in and just like stabs him straight with it.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about the human condition and that, but I think it'd be very easy to quickly overpower this woman.
Yeah, probably.
Like trying to prevent this needle from going into you. You're a man.
Yeah.
You seem to have some strength about you.
He's tied down with some loose ropes.
Which fucking is just ridiculous because he can still move his arms around. You just slide it out. Just go, oh, fuck, look at that.
Yeah.
How unfortunate.
But yeah, then you get the infamous ankle scene, the hobbling scene.
Yeah.
Which is
that's full on, isn't it?
Has a nice rubber foot effect.
Very nice rubber foot.
Nice little 90-degree angle
full
you
with
get.
flop.
It flops, it bounces back. And they must have only had one because they don't show it again. Or maybe it was like too much to show. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's just like,
we pushed the rating too high.
Brutal. That's when James Caan really does some good screaming.
Yeah.
He does some. He's acting there.
They're cool. When his legs are all fucked up at the start, like when she gets shorter, goes,
yeah.
Oh yeah, these are your legs. They're pretty fucked.
Yeah, good makeup. Like compound fractures of both legs.
Yeah.
Like Stephen King does that. Like he just can't be injured. He has to be like mangled and over
very,
the top
very
injured.
maimed.
Like, okay.
Close to death, but not quite there.
Yeah. And I guess that explains like what you were just saying about him not just going away. It's like, okay, your legs are actually fucked.
Yeah.
And you cannot move at all.
The thing that surprised me the most is this guy just does not call this woman a cunt.
Yeah.
At all. And I'm just like, I know maybe you're trying to like play into the psyche of this woman and, play the game to try and prolong your survival.
He's just like going along with it pretty much.
But it's sort of like, just call her a cunt a couple times.
Yeah.
And that'll make for a great story.
And he does eventually. Once he realizes he's pretty helpless, he's just like, I'm just going to tell it like it is. I was like, you're just going to keep me here and do whatever anyway. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck this woman.
Yeah, so there's the overarching plot as well, is the reason she kind of snaps and becomes more murderous, I guess. Is because when he was driving, he was going to deliver his the last in a series that she likes of a character called Misery, and she didn't like the ending because he killed her off.
Yes.
And that's what makes her snap.
After 8 books, the final one comes to a close, and some people just aren't ready for
8 books is a decent crack of it.
It's a fucking great crack, and especially if they're all apparent hits as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because Stephen King writes about himself, and he's just like, writers.
I'm a great fucking writer.
Writers eat pussy really good. You should try me. Please love me. My name's Stephen King. I'm a writer. Please respect me. We would just respect him if he didn't write about being a writer every single fucking book.
Exactly right.
But, okay, that's fine. His latest book's really, really good, by the way. I know I'm shitting on him, but I do love Stephen King. I've read a lot of Stephen King's work, and I like all of it. The highlight being Salem's Lot. I think that's his best, which is ironically has the worst movie.
I don't get books.
You don't read books.
I can't. I want to read books.
Yeah.
I think they're fascinating. I just can't be fucked.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like
I fully understand that.
The issue with
I'm like that with TV series.
The issue with my mind is that as I'm reading, I'm thinking about other things at the same time.
Yeah, right.
And then I forget what I've just read.
I can't fathom people who read with something on in the background. That would scramble my eggs so bad, yeah.
But like if I'm just sitting there just like trying to read something and I'll read a page and I'll be like, oh fuck, I can't remember what I just read.
I wasn't paying attention? Yeah.
I'm like, I know I read it all, but I don't remember it.
I get that a lot.
My mind is having to take in every single word that I have to put into myself, and then I've got to think about what's happening, and I've got I've got to put together this scenario in my head.
Yeah.
On what I'm reading.
And then you go to your phone and you're like, you have to look up what briefcase means. You're just like, what is this word? Like, what is this word I just read?
Big words in books. I don't get it. I'm sorry. I am that guy that's just, I need the movie or the show instead of it.
I feel that with TV series. I'm just like, this is just... Yeah. If I don't listen to like some of the names in the first episode, I'm fucked. That's what happened with me in Game of Thrones. Yeah. There was too many names and I was just like, fuck, I don't know who fucking... Like Bolletari,
I can get yeah, that's the difference. I can get behind the TV shows, and it's like I've got a stack of books there. That whole right side is basically before COVID hit again. I was just going to the charity shops, Vinnie's, and all that, and just picking up these cheap ass books, mainly because I think they look cool.
Yeah,
and I was like, sweet. I got the original Alien novel there from Alan Dean Foster.
It's pretty cool.
It looks sick, and it cost me like 50 cents. I won't read it. Because I've seen the movie.
But it's there.
But I've got it, and it looks cool.
That's fair. Anyway, Stephen King, just chill out. Just
Stephen King,
write about something else.
You're really ugly.
Yeah. He's also like 90 years old at this point.
Really ugly.
But he still pumps him out. He's still going.
I didn't know that. I thought he was done.
So he goes, all right, I'll write this new manuscript, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll do it your way. I'll pretend that you're pulling the strings and stuff.
Yeah, well, because she kind of says, I spoke to God and he told me that he sent you to me to save you, and then you're gonna write this book now, and it's gonna be the return. It's gonna be the return of misery, and I'm gonna be the inspiration behind it, so everyone can envy me about it.
Yeah,
and it's just like, you're not asking for much here, are you, love?
Yeah, and then one of his attempts to leave is like, I'll just go along with it. Maybe I can satiate her and get away with it.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to the typewriter, and what he's typing is just nonsense. It's a really quick cut, but when you look closely, he's just not writing anything at all. It's all spelt wrong. It's all just scattered words.
His typewriter also doesn't have an N.
Yeah, so it looks like he's doing it out of spite, pretty much. And his plan all along was just to set it on fire anyway, and then clock her in the head with a typewriter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it must have made some sense because she was sort of reading along and being like, "Oh my god, well." How's it going to end? Like, oh, no, don't tell me. He's just like, just fucking wait. And mind you, he's just got this fucking bottle of fluid ready to go. Just fucking... Yeah,
and then he does hit her over the head with the typewriter, and she's all right. She's just like, that didn't feel great.
Fucking clobbed her.
Also, I have a gun.
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere. She's like, I got a gun.
Yeah, and I put 2 bullets in this time.
Shoot you. And then the cop conveniently shows up because...
Well, that was beforehand, before the time.
Oh, yeah.
So... Because the cop's obviously clicked on.
Yeah. I watched this a few days ago.
This 84-year-old cop in a snow town that the most action he gets is telling someone to move from a park bench.
Yeah. Fuck, what a sick job.
She fucking puts him down in the basement, and then he just like does the walk around, and he makes a bit of commotion, comes back in, checks the basement, and bang, there he is. And he's like, oh my God. And he walks down the steps and then he gets blown in the back with a shotgun.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, that looks cool.
Good squib. Really
Cool.
squib. Full body squib almost.
Yeah.
Cute.
Flops on down the stairs and then it's all good to go. Then we move to that. Let's finish off this novel and, hey, you know what? That's fine. If we're going to die together, let's finish the book first.
Yeah.
Let's get it done.
No plan on how to get it out of the house or whatever. I guess the cops would find it in evidence and be like, hey, this is pretty good. Everybody wants books.
You know what? There's not many ends, but I can get it.
Yeah.
I can get this.
Yeah.
Take it to fucking Penguin Publishing.
So what's the final death blow? I don't remember. Is it the typewriter?
Nah, so typewriter to the head, falls down, and then she gets back up, fights him a little bit more. He then... I can't remember, but she falls over and smacks her head on the typewriter again.
Yeah.
Directly onto the typewriter. And you're like, oh, yeah, that's it. And then he's like crawling away, and then she's fine. Comes back, starts attacking him again. And then he grabs the statue of the pig.
Oh, yeah.
And then just smacks her straight in the middle of the forehead.
Yeah.
Never seen that as a kill blow before.
No, it's definitely
in the middle
unique.
Of the forehead.
Nobody tried to do that again.
Yeah, because it looks fucking hilarious.
Misery did it, I guess.
It just looks hilarious.
Yeah,
because it's her like face on, and she's just taking this brick to the head, and and she's just like staring, and then just falls, and you're like,
yeah,
that's not how that should have gone at all.
Yeah, and then because it's already been an hour and 40 minutes, they're just like, he got away.
Yeah,
we're just gonna cut to him 18 months later.
18 months later,
it's just like, okay, A, that's a really big jump in time.
Huge jump.
B, we don't know how he got out or anything.
Yeah, and
then C, it just shows that he's still got a bit of trauma from it because he sees Annie wherever he goes, pretty much.
Yep.
And of course, his agent's just like, the New York Times love you.
Yeah, speaking of
she might as well look down the camera and go, Stephen King, you wrote a good book. Congrats.
Give us another one. We want another movie. This is Hollywood.
Yeah.
And we like stealing things.
Pretty much.
Basically, yeah.
And then they kept doing it because he's still churning them out.
He just churns them out with just the idea of...
Even weird short stories that like he probably just wrote in an afternoon, got like a full Netflix treatment, like the In the Tall Grass and like 1422 or whatever that movie is.
Everything just seems to just pick up a Stephen King IP and just go, yeah, we'll make one.
Yeah.
And he just goes, no.
And he usually has nothing to do with it until It Chapter 2. He was in it as a bike salesman.
Just the antique salesman.
Yeah.
And the bike was just there.
And he's just like the most crabby, unlikable man on earth. And everyone's like, wow, he was acting. It's just like, no, that's him.
I read your book. It was a shit ending.
Yeah.
And it's just like, because your ending's a shit.
You're self-aware. I really like Stephen King. I have to draw that in. I don't like him as a man because it's just like, just stop writing about being a writer. But I really like his work.
There's got to be better horror writers out there. Why does it seem like he's the only one?
Yeah, probably. He's been doing it the longest, and he has had the most hits. Like, you can't deny whether you read them or like the movies or not. Yeah. Like, they are all massive they all household names.
But I mean, I've read some scary short stories on Reddit.
Yeah.
There's some good Reddit writers out there.
I'm sure there is. If you know any good horror writers, let us know.
Yeah.
In the comments.
And we'll make a movie on their book.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's going to be... I got to set the goal for the podcast now. In a few years, if we don't have a stretch goal of filming a short film... the podcast is done.
And we can do that now.
I think it would be fucking excellent.
I don't think we have any ideas, but we could cobble
something when COVID is done and the vax rates are set and ready to go, we can go back out. I think we just need to make a short film.
Which apparently is quite close.
Apparently.
A few weeks.
Double vaccines is great. I feel perfectly fine.
Yeah,
5G's clicking.
How long have I got? I still got 3 weeks till mine.
Nah, you'd be right, mate.
Sake.
You'd be right. Just don't become another close contact.
Oh... God. Anyway, that was Misery.
Yeah.
1991. Stephen King.
It's a movie.
It happened. It's on Stan.
It's on
Australia.
Stan. Yep.
It's fine.
It is fine. It's not one of the best.
Enough.
It's an easy one to take in.
Yeah. Because it just kind of happens.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly right. I'm pretty happy with the extras I've been doing. I watched a lot of older movies that I've never thought to watch.
Filling out your palette.
Yeah.
Your horizon is becoming wider.
Soon I can be labelled myself as a movie guy.
Next week we're doing Van Helsing.
I'm so excited!
That statement rings true.
Oh my God.
All the auteurs of cinema.
Just you wait to what I have to say about that movie.
But until then, this has been Misery. This is You Liked It Extra. We do it every week, every Thursday. This goes up audio and video. We do a main show as well. It's just called You Like That. The movie this week I think is old, but it might be another thing.
I think we should do My Boy.
It's either old or My Boy, and yeah, let's do My Boy.
We'll do My Boy this week. My Boy this week. James McAvoy.
No script.
Yeah. Complete improv.
Yeah, so that show goes up on Sunday as audio and video on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
There's a link tree underneath this video or underneath this audio, wherever you're listening. That takes you anywhere you want to go. We're pretty much fucking everywhere. If you're listening on Spotify, chuck up a screenshot on Instagram. We like that. We always welcome that. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. Merch, there's some merch somewhere on the internet at youlikethatpodcast.store. If you so wish to choose to do that.
Yes.
But until My Boy on Sunday and Van Helsing next Thursday, my name has been Jack. Continues to be Jack. I am one half of You Like That Podcast. Sextra.
Yay! Intro and outro fucked up.
Fuck.
My name is Adam, and I've been the other half of the You Like That Extra podcast. We'll see you next week.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.